It's something that I have to drive for like 1 hour 30 minutes to pick my PVC, and I'm not able to cast my votes. Like, hi beautiful people, what's up guys? We're literally trying to put ourselves together in this country, guys. Like, honestly, okay, how are you all doing? I mean, it's really important at this point in time to check on your friends. The emotional health is at stake right now. So for those of you who do not know, we had our presidential election last week Saturday. Nigeria had her presidential election last week Saturday, guys, and it's been like a lot of people have been, it's been a lot of emotions running high, palpitations and disappointments from everyone, a lot of people, we know that, right? And it didn't go as we planned. I believe majority of Nigerians, it didn't go as they planned, because this is the first election that a lot of young people are coming out there to demand for the person they want to govern them, right? To demand for their leaders. So all we can say is that is, well, okay, the true definition of democracy is really far from Nigeria, of course, with great margin. Yes, I don't think democracy is being reflected in the election we had few weeks ago. I was so emotionally invested in this past election, and it's so disheartening that I wasn't even able to vote. I wasn't able to cast my vote. It was just a kind of it was a long sad story, guys, but let me quickly summarize it, all right? Because it's a new month. Happy new month. Happy new month, guys. It's a new month, and we just want to take what has happened previously in February to keep it aside and just try to move on with, like, keep your life together, get your things together and focus on the things that needs to be done. I mean, there's no need of sucking around over a government that can't deliver a free and fair, transparent election, right? So I wasn't able to cast my vote. I went to my polling unit, guys, and I got there around 9 a.m. perhaps, yeah, that should be around 9 a.m. but not later than 9 a.m. While I got there, there were already people that were there, so they were writing their names. When you come, you write your name, so when the INEC officials finally come, we can go according to the names, right? So I wrote my name, and by the time the INEC officials came, there was this group of guys that came around just to cause chaos and havoc. Like, they were just intentionally being unreasonable, guys. Intentionally, they were intimidating the INEC officials. And someone there was like, one man there stood up and was like, okay, that we've been writing our names, that we have a list of people according to how they arrived here, so that would be how we'll go in to cast our vote. And one guy like that from this area, guys, they were just screaming and shouting that the indigenes will have to vote first before we, the so-called foreigners, right, we vote. So you can imagine that. And when we realized that it's going to cause a problem, the man that was kind of representing the foreigners, if so to say, right, now said there is no problem as long as we end up voting. Let's go 2:1. Does that work for you? They agreed. Okay, 2:1. That means 2 indigenes to 1 foreigner. Goodness, guys, we kept on voting till around 4 p.m. almost 4 p.m. getting to 4:30, 5 p.m. and this set of guys came and was like, the indigenes have finished voting. And we were like, they were still like over 85% of the so-called foreigners, that's, of course, I'm included, right, that were yet to vote. And they said the INEC stated that once it's 4 p.m. they should upload the result or whatever. And I was like, according to what I read, even though I didn't try to bring out myself there to kind of speak or talk, because I realized that they were just intentionally being unreasonable, and the few guys that were talking to them, they were threatening to beat them up. You get me? So it's just common sense. Lay low. If they allow you to vote, you vote. If they don't allow you to vote, there are 1,000,001 people they're already speaking out and talking, and from the scenario of things, they were just ready to harm people. So they began to threaten this guy that was speaking out, that they will deal with him, this, that. So whoever that speaks out, they will deal with the guy. Like, boys will just gather and hit you. You see them, they're hitting your chest. That if you want to go and vote, if it's so important to you, you should go to your state and go and cast your vote. So there was this guy that brought out her phone to record, and they just bounced on her like, go to your state and go and vote. If you're so interested in voting, go to your state and go and vote. Like, it was that bad. So people were, it was causing havoc, and they intimidated. They so much intimidated the core member that was there, guys. I was just pitying the girl, because she was like, I believe, I know full well that INEC stated on their website, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know your comments, all right, that as once it's 2:30, one of the officials, one of the party agents should stand behind the last person, right? But every other person on the queue must have to vote. It does not say once it's 2:30, every other person who is on the queue should go home. Let the remaining people that have casted their votes and just let them count the votes that have already been casted or so. And I know you get what I mean, right? So that was what happened. So guys, this set of people were just smoking, scattering stuff, intimidating the copper lady there, right? The INEC officials, intimidating literally everyone there, telling the girl that if she accredits any other person, that they will scatter her. It was just something else, and people were so scared. Like, people were so scared because they were ready to do anything. And to even think that was my polling unit, as while I was coming, it was really, I was like, was it this place? I mean, it's even far from where I live. It is. I never knew it would be that area. I was thinking, okay, when I saw the address and then my vicinity, I'm like, all right, let me ask one or two persons. But then when they were directing me, it kept on inside. The address was just something else. Yeah. So looking at the entire scenario, I knew that if you try to challenge them, there is nothing you do. Those people can eliminate you. I'm being very honest. They can eliminate you. The death threats there from people who spoke out were just something else. So 85% of us were not able to cast our votes. And as it was approaching 6 p.m., 7 p.m., I just left there. I know full well that nothing can be done. They were counting the votes. I just left. So guys, I was disenfranchised. That's it. Nigeria has a long way to go. Nigeria has a long way to go. So guys, that's it for this sad story. That's it for the sad story. I hope it's not so long, because at this point in time, we don't need this type of stories anymore. A lot has already happened to Nigerians. We're all keeping hope alive. We're hoping and praying that whatever government that goes in power, that it favors us and the grace of God keeps us all true. And we're hoping that democracy definitely comes one day, reflects its true nature in Nigerian system of government. That is it, guys. That is it. It's saddening that I have to drive for like 1 hour 30 minutes to pick my PVC, and I'm not able to cast my votes. Like, that's the country we found ourselves in. Please pray for Nigeria. That's all I can say.